Señores, me es muy grato venir al Senado de España para tener este encuentro con la señora presidenta de los diputados y el señor presidente del Senado, así como los amigos parlamentarios aquí presentes. Se me ha permitido expresar en nombre del gobierno y el pueblo chinos y también en el mío propio los cordiales saludos y mejores votos a todos ustedes y por su digno conducto hacerlos extensivos a todo
just to
el
give you,
pueblo
for those who
de
are just joining us,
España.
we have President Xi Jinping, who is speaking from the Senate of Spain, which is the upper house of the Spanish Parliament. He was welcomed earlier in the day by King Felipe VI and his wife Queen Letizia. They then inspected the royal guard. President Xi Jinping arrived in Spain last night. He spent the night at the palace and then he was welcomed again for an official greeting. After having met King Felipe VI, he was then greeted by the mayor of Madrid, Manuel Carmena, who gave him the golden key to the capital city, a huge honor. Now, the mayor hopes that Madrid will play an important role in bilateral ties between Spain and China. After this, of course, President Xi Jinping then travelled to the Spanish Parliament, which is where he is sitting now. He is giving a speech. Unfortunately, we haven't quite got an interpreter, but until we've got the interpreter, I can tell you what he's been up to during the day. Now, the two countries are hoping to enhance cooperation in trade and tourism. Tourism especially is huge. Just to tell you, for example, some brief statistics, 700,000 Chinese tourists visited Spain last year. It was their second stop after France. So most visitors tend to go to France. And then number two for Chinese tourists, they go to Spain. So that is President Xi Jinping, who is talking there from the Spanish Parliament. Hopefully we'll have more information about what he did say when we have our interpreter, but let's go back to Africa Live, which we briefly interrupted, and let's go back to Africa Live to continue with their coverage.
Hannah, thank you very much for that. Indeed, let's continue with Africa Live. We move on to environmental matters, and many parts of Africa are experiencing severe effects of climate change. In Malawi, rising temperatures coupled with deforestation are causing water bodies to dry up, threatening the livelihood of many communities.
Just 4 months earlier, the fishing harbour at Kachulu on the western shores of Lake Chilwa in Malawi was bustling with fishermen and traders. Presently, hundreds of fishing boats sit marooned on cracked dry mud as vultures fly overhead.
I ferry people from Chizi Island to Kachulu, but the drying up at the lake has pushed my colleagues and me out of business. At the moment, we have no source of income because of this problem.
The drying up of the lake has put us in an awkward situation. We had a good fish market. Now we are idle because there is no fish. I am here just to look after these facilities, hoping that the lake will recover.
Chilwa, the country's second largest lake after Lake Malawi, is shallow and silent, and particularly prone to